Jim here. Felt the urge to talk about bears today. And I realized that I've been going around saying I like bears as if I'm trying to talk myself into something. Here's the truth. I have decided after great consideration that family folklore has shaped much of my opinion and nonsense equal ideas about bears. So as I was saying, I kind of realized that most of how I feel about bears is coming from a place of fear, as a bear being a large woodland creature, a canid that's quite capable of injuring humans should they come into the right situation. We mostly think of the mama bear thing, of the little ones up in the tree and mama in between. You don't want to be in between. You want mama to be in between those babies. And anyways, so when I was really young, I'd go out berry picking with Grandpa Johnson, and being a man of the woods he was, trapping and hunting and farming and wrangling trees and turkeys and whatever it might be. He was pretty well versed in the natural ecosystems of things and spoke about the bears and the wolves and the foxes as the animals that he trapped and hunted and things. Oh, the deer, of course, and all that. But bears, I had some kind of natural instinctive fear of bears being a youngster and going out in the berry patch with Grandpa. I oftentimes would delay my exit from the pickup truck, but I would see Grandpa out there just picking away and not having much worry. And then, my hunger for berries increased and it was getting warm sitting in the truck. So I'd be out there picking after a while. Then I'd deal with the spiders, which is another story. But perhaps that childhood fear is protective and important. So family folklore continues. Start going to places more bearish, like the Boundary Waters, and smelling that lingering musk of the bear smell at a portage trail here and there, but never really seeing the things. But having stories come back where Dad is Ranger Darrell, pardon me. He's got to tell Boo Boo and Yogi to go find their own picnic baskets. So they're coming into camp every few minutes. Of course, wanting to forage, probably were successful with that before, so as you know, even humans, they get a taste of human food, and it's all over for them too. So it's all fair. But anyways, yeah, stories about Dad keeping the bears out of the Boundary Waters camp was kind of funny. No wonder he doesn't seem too fond of such things, such trips these days. Anyways, and there's stories from like Morrison's neck of the woods. Ron Morrison and his varmint watches. The bears are looking in the window while they're soon to be in the soup pot. Probably a little truth to those stories too. So, with nothing more than an occasional whiff in the woods of some bear stink and seeing them crossing the roadside here and there, but getting plenty of patio cam and dash cam and this cam and that cam pictures, recognize that bears are bigger and more capable. I went in an earlier part of my life to Montana and hiked in the Glacier Park Mountains. The Rockies. other folks. And rangers told us very clearly, make a lot of noise while you're out there. If you got little kids, no worries, they'll make the noise for you. But no kids, you bang around. Don't just make sure you don't surprise anyone out there, and you'll be okay. But there were trails. It was posted which trails they closed because people start having consistent bear encounters that are, let's say, concerning. Rangers gotta, keep the park looking good by not having the tourists getting carried away by the apex predator-sized grizzly bears of the park. So, what an interesting job that would be to try to manage that oh no, the little space in the Venn diagram where the bears and the humans are allowed to come together in that park situation. And imagine the joy. So talking about bears is merely just trying to eliminate the fears, so I don't live like the character in Bob Dylan's Bear Mountain Picnic story, who, despite the fact the song wasn't really about picnics and bears and things, he did profess his dislike for bears and any kind of foolishness related to them. So anyways, it's all about fears. If you're afraid of stuff, it'll keep you in the truck, keep you from picking the berries. If you're not afraid, you just go out there and do it. Simple as that. So dismissing some of these little fears, or maybe even the irrational ones, cleaning them out of the cupboards, exposing them to the daylight, see if you perish. Usually you won't. So I know one of these days I'm going to wake up in the morning in my tent, open my eyes, there'll probably be a bear mug looking in at me through the screen, and that'll be the interesting test of what my mental reaction, my mind's reaction would be to seeing one of those beautiful, stinky little buggers out in my neighborhood. That's enough talk about bears. Family lore and all. Adios, amigos. Have a beautiful day.